C is Christ.
Yep.
It starts
That's
with
where
him.
it starts with Christ.
We have got to believe we are reborn, right? We have to. So that's in the book. I talk about that at the beginning of the book. Once we realize, though, that we are reborn, so how do we walk in newness of life? So we need to connect our rebirth with ourselves.
Yeah.
And one of the things I talk about is you have to take a look at yourself. What am I carrying in my wagon? What am I hauling? All these old labels, all these problems that I can relinquish so I can walk with Christ. And once we get the C and the O, our relationships, which is the R, and our external purpose, which is the E, become clearer.
Yeah. So what is it that keeps, and this is a ministry you have to women. So from a female perspective, what is it that keeps women stuck in their Christian life? Again, we're talking about women who are Christians. They have the indwelling presence of Christ, yet they're, if I can say it like this, they're experiencing less than what Christ has provided for us or for them. So what are some of the things that would keep someone stuck?
Well, let me count the ways, right?
What's in their wagon, in other words?
But I will tell you, talking to many women, a big, giant, flashing neon sign is unforgiveness. We get stuck forgiving each other. We cannot find a way out of unforgiveness. So I do talk about that in the book. And that affects our friendships. And I talk about friendship. It affects all our relationships, but it also affects the key to our core, our relationship with Christ. Mm-hmm. So unforgiveness, unworthy, that's another one. Why would God love me? And that goes back to we're uniquely made. Every single person has purpose and is made by Christ and is extravagantly loved. We have to believe that.
Unforgiveness. What do you see as perhaps the circumstances, if you will, that produce that bad fruit of unforgiveness most commonly, based on your own experience and the experiences of women you've had the opportunity to interface with?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a deep topic, and I probably talk about unforgiveness more than any other topic, especially as it relates to relationships. But understanding that when we relinquish an offense, it doesn't mean we forget it, and it doesn't mean we jump back in the boat with the person who hurt us. So we have to differentiate. I am forgiving that person and relinquishing that offense, and that is separate than forgetting and being in the relationship, continuing to be in the relationship. That just doesn't happen. And we get stuck somewhere in that tension of how do I do that, which in my opinion, it's only through the Holy Spirit. Because some offenses are huge. I mean, I've been hurt in my life just like most people have. So how do I walk through that so that I can remain fully alive, release that offense, relinquish that offense, but how do I manage that relationship with that person? I mean, that is a huge thing for most people.
And of course, I could ask you at this point, well, how do you manage that? I think that they're probably, you could say it's a case-by-case basis. And you really do have to rely on the Holy Spirit to show you how to manage a relationship in the future. But what he does tell us is that we should forgive.
That's right. That's right.
So how does one know that she has forgiven?
I have some little tests that I've used in my life. And one of the things I call it is bitter or better.
Yeah.
So we have to choose. If we don't forgive, we will be bitter. But if we want to be better, that doesn't mean empowering me to be better. It means walking closer to God, because that's not in the way, right? I always do this test. If I see the person and I'm choosing, because forgiveness is a choice, right? I call it a superpower. We choose to forgive that person. I might not feel it. I may see her at church. I may see her at my family dinner. But I see her, I choose again, I choose again, I choose again. And then one day, guess what? The feelings catch up.